So this is the traditional Afghan power structure. Now, this isn't a joke. This is just the beginning of the presentation here. Go ahead. And you'll see there's the E and the M. The M are the mullahs, or the imams, the spiritual leaders. The E are the elders. And then you'll see small little Y. These are the youth. And basically the power structure is based on the relationship between the elders and the youth. And I actually learned that from going around talking at schools in the U.S. Every year I visit about 200 schools, from kindergarten to the Air Force Academy. And the first question I ask students is, how many of you have spent a lot of time talking in great detail to your grandparents about the Depression, or World War II, or the Vietnam War, or the Civil Rights Movement? And generally in the U.S., in most schools, doesn't matter if it's public school or private school, about how many hands come up? What kind of percentage of hands come up?
Usually 10.
About 10% of hands come up. Now, if I ask that same exact question in Pakistan or Afghanistan, 90 or 100% of hands come up. And I think that's one of the tragedies in our country, that we've lost a tradition where we can learn from our elders, and it's about our folklore and our culture and our heritage. And one thing that the Taliban are doing very deliberately is trying to drive a wedge to society by destroying the relationship between the elders and the youth. So, Khyber, why don't you go ahead here with your fancy stuff here. This is a traditional society. You can see very loose central government, and in the provincial areas you have the hubs and pockets of the very intimate relationship between the imams, the mullahs, and the elders and the youth. And then over time, though, their outside intrinsic forces start to enter. So, go ahead here, Khyber. Failed monarchy in the 70s, the communist regime, the Soviet invasion in 79, the warlord era, and then jihadism, the Taliban came in 2004, 2006, the failed monarchy. And as that happens, the basic civil society starts to disintegrate. Okay, Khyber? Pretty cool stuff for 9-year-olds, right? Anyways, so, and as these forces become stronger, then you'll see the basic society, the integrity starts to erode. The F, these are fighters coming in from the outside, moving in, and with the fighters come more foreign funding. Okay, it takes time, you know. We're talking about a whole decade here. So. And these are MR, these are radical mullahs, or the imams. You see now how the youth have dissociated now with the traditional society and structure and gone off more with the radical imams or the religious leaders. And what that brings is a pretty much disintegration of not only the central government but also in the provincial level. So what happens then is that outside funding comes in, and as we go on now, Khyber has put a border here between Pakistan and Afghanistan called the AFPAC border here. Okay. Good. There we go. Does this make any sense to you? 9-year-old. Okay, all right. And on the right-hand side now you see the Afghan-Pakistan border, outside funding coming in, and then you'll see coalitions start to develop between the different factions here. And you also see now that the central government is pretty much completely frayed away and disintegrated. That's outside funding. Now you see foreign funding, and here's the AFPAC border. And so I guess the question is, how does this all get fixed? Well, I think the real key is it's about empowering the elders and ensuring. That's why I think it's so vital in a traditional society like Afghanistan that the elders, they have to be given the autonomy and the power to help their society. And so anyways, thank you very much, Khyber.